That look, that little shifty-eyed dog look right there. How's it going, YouTube lovers? This is the Eagle Builder. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm doing another reaction video. Today, I'm reacting to Ahkmou, Birth of a Salesman. This is another Bionicle fan animation from RenaissanceVFX. I have been loving these so far. Again, the designs of these characters to bring them into like a hyper-realistic style, I think has been very successful so far. And the world building that they are paying so much attention to in crafting these animations is genuinely impressive. As someone who grew up with Bionicle and still is a lifelong fan of the series, this is the most alive and lived in I feel like this world has ever felt in, you know, celebrating 25 years since the series started this year. I've been loving this so much. And this one is going to be a very interesting animation, I feel like, because it's focusing on the character Ahkmou, like I said. And he, if you know anything about Bionicle lore, he's not necessarily a good guy. In fact, he's very much not. And at this point in the timeline, I believe was a big thing was like Pterodax, you know, the Makuta had is using him for his own purposes, and pretty sure he's supposed to be selling poison Coley balls, which I think might have been teased in the short, not the short, but the video they did where they were talking about designing one of the Turaga, the Turaga Po-Koro Anawa, and it seems that we're getting a more focus on here. It's called Birth of a Salesman, so we know he was selling poison Coley balls, so this is definitely going to be teasing more of that, I feel like. So I'm excited to see what this is, how they're going to portray his character here. So let's go ahead and check out this animation. Again, I've been loving these, and I cannot wait for their full series to come out. Yep, there it is. And again, still no subtitles, unfortunately, on this video. Again, please, RenaissanceVFX, it's the one thing I'm asking of you guys for this video. It makes it easier to react to, especially in a world like Bionicle that has so many complicated words. I love this rendition of Po-Koro as well. I watched the video because it wasn't, you know, a story animation. It was just talking about stuff. I watched their animation, like breaking down the village and the design, and it's so cool. So much attention to detail. All right, so have the shepherds brought their herd here? Is that what's going on? Hello?
That's me, you know.
Really?
It looks nothing like you.
It does. It was sculpted by these hands in an age past. Some days I come outside the city to gaze upon it, to bask in its inspiring presence.
Okay, no ego at all there.
You did not sculpt that. I bring 24 for market.
Proceed, but be mindful. There's a game on. It'll be crowded.
Come on.
What are you doing out there?
It's Po-Koro. There's gonna be...
Simply admiring my handiwork.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the guard's like, of course
it's me.
Pull the other one.
Guard, no, I'd have kicked him in the mask.
Just the little details like that showing off their personalities. I don't think that he was very mindful of the game going on. It looks like the herd is now migrated to the Coley field. Gosh, again, I love the designs here. It looks so good. Oh, was that a little connection to the Tales of the Nui Jaga before? Because I'm pretty sure that was one of the Matoran we had in that video, where he's talking about like the stories that he heard and the things he saw.
I need ground flesh. Seasoned.
What have you to barter?
Can't you just give them to me?
That's not how this works.
You know that's not how it works.
Yep.
What's that?
Oh, is that
It's a Coley ball. I made it.
And what use would a knife hand have for a ball?
It's all I have.
Take it. You'd be perfectly fine if you just worked like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Ahkmou,
Yes.
it's fine work, this. You should make more.
That look, that little shifty-eyed dog look right there. That's exactly what he's going to be doing. Be making more and selling them with just a little hint of poison. I believe that those Coley balls that he sold were called comets. So this is him before he started selling those. But he had already been in trouble for other things before this. But it's right before that all happens, and then the outbreak spreads throughout the village, because the entire village loves Coley. Now let's see, does that actually look... Okay, it's the backside, so we can't see the mask as well. That was a nice little teaser right there. It just showed that he has a different vibe from the rest of the group there. Yeah, Hafu, did you actually make that? I mean, you definitely, another Hafu original. You make plenty, but did you really? All right, do we get any more message here at the end?
Hey,
Yeah,
everybody.
there we go.
Just want to start by giving a big shout out to everyone who's been following the project for all these months. It has seriously been a joy to work on these videos, and to see that there's such a fan base behind it has been incredibly special. So thank you guys so much. It really does continue.
We can't wait to see more. The
surprise
series has
me
been awesome.
How passionate and artistic the Bionicle community can be, and to that effect,
yeah,
we actually just wrapped up.
Still
our first
surprises
art
everyone
contest on our Discord server, and I want to share with you some of the standouts.
Puku is not amused. That's a good meme. Oh, wow. That is an impressive Kanohi. Nui Rama concept art and time-lapse. Oh, yeah, there's so many more Rahi. They're going to be so cool. Best edit, Visions of Fire.
It's been very cool to see all of the
I
art
can't wait
that
till we
people
see
have
more of
submitted
like
and have
Takor. I
these
know that we're
people
going
be
to get
a
more
part
of a
our
focus on it
community.
probably in the full
If
series.
this seems like something you'll be
Just gonna
interested
focus on
in,
Takua.
please feel free to join us on Discord, join us on Patreon.
Yep,
We are
on the
just
Discord.
getting started, and there's going to be a lot more.
Keeping an
for
eye on
us.
everything.
So once again, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Again, I've been loving these so much. It's seriously, I'm very much looking forward to their full series. Like I mentioned, the Tales of the Chronicler, but at the same time, these little shorts like this, giving us pieces of the world, have been just great. Little glimpses into it. Again, this is teasing Ahkmou more because I believe they said he's going to be more of a major character in their Tales of the Chronicler short story, which is going to be doing that basically like the year one Bionicle story, kind of in the way that the Mata Nui online game told it. So definitely Ahkmou is going to be part of that story because he was selling the poison Coley balls, which clearly he hasn't become a proper salesman for that quite yet. But that was just really cool. Again, I love seeing these designs. We have been spending a lot of time in Po-Koro, which I know that is because like they have that village built and a lot of the characters there are major players in that early story. But I am absolutely looking forward to seeing more of the other villages and more of the other Matoran. I know that they were, I think, doing casting calls for Ga Matoran, so we're probably going to see Gakoro at some point. Maybe the first, because I know they already have a Toa model completed for Gali, so maybe we're going to see her and her village at some point, so that would be really cool. But I've been loving these so much. Again, I'll keep watching every single one of these little story-based ones as they come out, and of course reacting to the full series when that starts. So there you have it. That was my reaction to Birth of a Salesman, the Ahkmou Bionicle fan animation from RenaissanceVFX. Like I said, these are like some of the best, like, quote-unquote realistic Bionicle character designs, and the way that they have the world building set up, like I pointed out there, even in just between these short little videos, seeing some of the Matoran that we saw from the very first of these videos that I reacted to with Tales of the Nui Jaga, and seeing some of those Matoran there, and seeing that that there's conversations going on about the dangers that are out there and the things that are happening, and the rumors and stories are starting to spread before Makuta goes into full attack mode with his infected Rahi forces. So it's really cool to see that there's starting to be more of a connecting thread between even these little preview shorts. And I'm sure, like I said, it's all leading up to the Tales of the Chronicler full series that they are doing. Which I'm very, very excited for. Again, sounds like it's gonna be kind of like a retelling-ish of the story from the Mata Nui online game, where Takua is banished from Po-Koro, and so then he goes on an adventure across the island and sees all the Toa and documents everything. So I'm very excited for this. And also, because they introduced Ahkmou here, I'm very curious how if they're going to go a little bit deeper into his story as part of it than the original one did. I hope they do, because more was revealed about him after the fact. Like, he was a Matoran sphere left behind when trying to escape Mata Nui, and that's how Makuta found him and awoke him and told him about Mata Nui and brought him to his side. So I hope that they can hint on that more and touch on that more, which makes me excited to see what Makuta is going to look like. Because obviously, we know from like the sets and the movies and things like that, Makuta has a physical form as part of it, but all the Makuta are the antidermis particles, which means that they just need a body to inhabit, and that was just the body that Pterodax used. And in the original story of Bionicle, Makuta was more of like a kind of an eldritch Makuta, kind of like just more like an entity that controlled stuff. He wasn't like a straight up, twirling mustache villain like he ended up being later. So I'm curious how they are going, because they have been incorporating a lot of like stuff from the era of Bionicle Year 1 and the stuff that came after the fact into their visual design and their storytelling. I'm curious how much of that is going to come through when we get to Makuta, and I'm very excited to see how all of that turns out. So yeah, keep at it, RenaissanceVFX. Again, my only complaint, not really a complaint, but feedback, please give me subtitles. Please give me closed captioning. Again, I, as a Bionicle fan, know most of the words that they're saying. I'm maybe a little rusty on it, over the years, but I know these words, but sometimes the filter on the voice can make it a little tricky. That was especially evident in the Tales from the Nui Jaga short that I reacted to. So please just put closed captioning on these, even if they are only in English, because I'm an English speaker, and obviously these videos were made in English. So please do that. It would be incredibly helpful for just in general enjoyment of the video and my reaction content going forward. By the way, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please drop a like and a comment down below if you did. Go to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you all on the next one. Bye, guys!